Brother? Is that you, brother? My long-lost brother? Oh, all I just wanted was some love and affection. I just wanted a hug. Hey, what's up, everyone? It's your friendly neighborhood YouTuber, guys, and guess what? We are back at it again with another amazing, joyful, inspired toy review. I inspired people around the world by reviewing action figures. I'm just making this up. Okay, so today we are going to focus on Mutant Leader. Now, let me tell you something about this figure. Let me tell you a little story about how I came about this figure. A short story, shall we say. One of the main reasons why I picked him up, guys, is solely because of this guy right here, Doomsday. If you didn't see that review, I just recently did a review of Doomsday. Check it out. That's essentially why I got this figure, is because I just needed the Build-A-Figure piece to the Doomsday to build. But from what I see going on, guys, he looks pretty interesting, and so we're going to give it a review, take a look at this figure. Who knows, I might like him, I might hate him, I'm not really for sure. Here are all the figures from this wave that you can get to build this Build-A-Figure wave. So far, if you guys been watching my video, I bought the head and the torso separately. That means I didn't buy the Armor Batman and the Lex Luthor, which I didn't really care too much for because I have too many damn Batmans already, so that's not really a loss. So the only ones I haven't reviewed from this, of course, oh yeah, and I reviewed Doomed. So he's the one that started it off. I saw him, and then I got the bath piece, and then I did some more research to figure out a little bit more about this wave, and yeah, that's when I found the head and the torso. And so there's only 3 figures that I have to review from this wave, which is Mutant Leader, which you're going to see today, and then the 2 chicks, the Robin chick and the Supergirl. So we'll see about those. We'll see. In the future, I'll be doing a review of those. Maybe I'll do some kind of review to make it a little bit more interesting, you know. And this is from 2016, so it's from a couple years ago. So it's already open. So let's take this Mutant Leader out and let's review him for you guys. And there's really no story on the Mutant Leader. Let's see. Leader of mutant gang attempting to conquer Gotham City brutally attacks Batman, who later defeats him in an epic battle. You suck, Mutant Leader. You suck. But of course, a lot of villains are took down by Batman, so that's what Batman does. He takes down all the bad guys. So okay, so let's take a look at Mutant Leader first, and then we'll take a look at his accessories. Let's bring my camera down a little bit. Oh yeah, and if you guys didn't see my last review of Creed, check that out. And I'm actually going to do a little comparison too, as if there's a comparison. Simply because they have like a similar vibe going on. Right, I don't know. I think all the figures that I get have like a similar vibe. That's just my style. Okay, yeah, the head sculpt looks pretty interesting, man. You know what this kind of reminds me of? It kind of reminds me of like a throwback to like the Ninja Turtles. You know, when they came out, what, back in 93, 94, like the original Ninja Turtles, and this was like one of the villains from back in the day. Interesting nonetheless, guys. I really don't know what to make of this guy. He is one ugly mother. Shut your mouth. Legs bend that much. Feet articulation, no pivoting going on, and what you see is pretty much what you get. Just bends, No waist. Well, yeah, it's a waist swivel, somewhat. Break at the upper bicep. And he's got... Well, they took the time out to paint his nails. There's his feet. Oh my gosh. I think he might have a fungus. Yeah, that and his teeth too. I think he might have gingivitis. He's got the spikes right here, which I don't really know what's going on with the spikes, man. I don't know if that's a part of his hand or they forgot to paint those bracelets on his arms gray or orange. Like, he's got the orange spikes right here out of his hands, but yeah, he has the silver spikes right here and the orange going around. Maybe they might have messed up or something. Or maybe that's the way the figure looks. Yeah, that's the way the figure looks. Okay, so the spikes are actually coming out of his wrist. And because the spikes right here, the orange spikes are coming out of his head. And these spikes right here are different. See the ankle bracelet spikes? So these are the bracelet spikes down here. And then these are the spikes that are coming out of his skin. The orange spikes are coming out of the skin. The silver spikes are his belt and his collar, I guess. His bracelet. Ankle bracelet. Okay, not too shabby. Nothing much to him. Nothing special about him. He can kick out that much. Do the split somewhat. So let's break out his weapons. We'll do a little comparison with Krieg over there. So he comes with a crowbar and a torch. Okay. So I'm guessing his torch goes into his hand. Like so. So there's the torch, and then the crowbar, I'm guessing, goes in to this hand. Like that. I don't know, guys. What do you think? What do you think? I mean, listen, I didn't pay a whole hell of a lot for this figure, so, you know, if I had dished out $30 for this figure, I'd be disappointed, but I actually got him for really, really cheap, so I'm not really upset over that. Here's him next to Krieg. They kind of go pretty well together. I mean, as far as the color coordination goes as well, they got the orange and black going on. Orange and black and gray. I mean, not too shabby, guys. I mean, let's see. Just out of curiosity, I'm just kind of curious to see if this torch will go good into Krieg's hand. And look at that. It actually goes pretty well in Krieg's hand. I like that. I actually like the torch better in Krieg's hand than I do in Mutant Leader's hand. So let's try to slip this back in here. This crowbar. Okay, so let me do a rating of this Mutant Leader, guys. Actually, let me measure him, and I'll rate him, and I'll give you my overall thoughts of this Mutant Leader. Okay, so Mutant Leader stands at just under 7 inches tall. So he's not big, but he's not small, if that makes any sense whatsoever. Oh yeah, and he does have turns right here. His legs are at a ball joint. So overall, guys, listen, a very unique figure. I've never heard of him until I actually got this figure. And he's actually pretty decent. The color overtones, the simplisticness of him is actually not that bad, guys. I've seen worse. So he's actually not that bad. Okay, so on a scale from 1 to 10, with 10 being the highest, listen, I don't have any gripes about this figure. I think he's pretty awesome, pretty nice to have, you know. I mean, if you like... You know, if you want to add him to your Batman collection, you know, I mean, here he is with Doomsday, so, and they go pretty well together. So yeah, listen, I mean, he's not too shabby, guys. You know what? I'm gonna go soft on this guy. simply because what you're looking at is pretty much what you get. There's nothing special about him, but he's pretty nice overall. So I'm gonna give him a 7, guys, and it's not even a solid 7. It's kind of a weak 7, but overall, I mean, he's not too shabby. He's not too shabby. I mean, if you're just buying this figure just to have the Build-A-Figure piece, yeah, I definitely think he's worth picking up. You know, because he's not too shabby at all. I do like the face sculpt. I do like the unique look of him. I do like the glasses, the mohawk, the spikes. You know, I think they could have did a little bit more detail to the chest, but looking at Doomsday, you know, they weren't going for a realistic look. They're just going for a cartoonish look, you know what I mean? So, yeah, for that, I think he gets a solid 7, guys. I don't think he's that bad. I think he's pretty shabby. Not too shabby. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. So there you guys have it. Let me know what you think of this mutant leader. You know, he's not too bad. I actually like figures like these. You know, I don't really care. You know, sometimes, you know, it's good to collect figures that don't have that much detail in them and they just are what they are, and sometimes they're just kind of the kids' toys. That's what they're made for, you know, for kids. And this is kind of what this figure was made for, and they didn't do a half bad job. So for that, a 7, guys. So leave your thoughts in the comment section. Let me know what you think about this mutant leader. Do you like him? Are you going to pick him up? Are you going to pick up this Doomsday? I definitely recommend this Doomsday, guys. If you haven't seen the review of that Doomsday, check it out. This Doomsday figure is really, really awesome. So we'll leave it at that, guys. There was my little review of the mutant leader from the DC Multiverse. Doomsday Collect and Connect wave. And there you guys have it. I just want to thank you guys for watching, and guess what? I'll catch you guys later. Bye!